guys, Coach James here from Human Form. We're going to go over today's workout. We're going to work through 3 exercises. Okay, we're going to start off with some bent over band rows or kettlebell rows, depending on what you have available for you. We're going to go over some half kneeling anti-rotation and chops, and we're going to move that up into a split stance today if you can handle that for some power. And then we're going to work on top of that and load up some split squats and Bulgarian split squats if you guys have a decent setup for that. I'm also going to show you a variation you can do with your foot on the wall if you feel like you're getting too much of your back leg involved in either your split squats or your Bulgarians. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Make sure you get a little warm up in ahead of time. But we're going to go over our bent over rows. So you're going to take a band and you're going to slide it underneath your feet. The wider your stance, okay, the more band tension you're going to have, okay? So feel free to widen out your feet a little bit more here, get a nice comfortable stance, okay? And you're going to pull and squeeze shoulder blades. So you're going to have to create as much tension as you can here by getting a good strong contraction of your mid-back with the band resisting. Okay, reach it back down. Okay, you're going to get a nice strong squeeze and hold to the top. Okay, make sure you're not driving your elbows too high up. You're going to get shoulder blades squeezed and your elbows should be close to in line with your body when you squeeze that, okay? Give me 10 to 15 with the band, get a good squeeze in that mid-back, okay? If you can do kettlebells, okay, you're going to do the opposite. You're going to get a smaller stance. You're going to let the kettlebells reach and row with free hand, okay? So if you have some weight, feel free to grab some dumbbells and kettlebells. Even if the weights are slightly different, just switch hands and make sure you're staying strong through your midline, okay? You should not have any back pain with that, okay? Once we go from there, we're going to go over half kneeling, okay? You can get that glute, get that good half kneeling position first for me, okay? You should get a little pull maybe on the front. We're going to go anti-rotation, lock in, hold, bring it back to your belly, press it out, lock it together nice and stable, okay? 6 to 8 reps. And then you can get your chops from there, okay? Work on gaining some more tension, should be the obliques, okay? If you feel like those are pretty easy, you don't have a super heavy band, okay? Work on coming up into a nice foot stance, okay? Chop. Stay steady through your midline, okay? Get that big toe grounded into the floor nicely, okay? Get 6 or 8 good chops on each side, okay? We're gonna go from there to split squats or Bulgarian. So you can stay in that same split stance position, work on loading through the front foot, big toe, push, okay? Come up, come down through your split squats, okay? A nice little trick if you either have big toe problems or have a hard time loading that front leg is to take your foot and press it into the wall behind you, okay? So foot's pressed in, you're loading the front leg by pushing the back foot and heel into the wall. You're gonna get a lot of load on that front leg, okay? Test it out if you guys have any problems with that. So in the Bulgarian, you can use an elevated surface. Feel free to hold on lightly if you need to, okay? Knee drops down to the floor, okay? You don't want to extend for the low back, so make sure whatever surface you use is not too high, so you're leaning and arching through the back, okay? Okay, go until we get some good burn there. So it can be 8, 10, 12 reps, okay? Make sure you control the motion. Add little pauses in if you don't have extra load. If you've got load, feel free to load it up. Okay. At that point, we have our bent over rows, half kneeling chops, and Bulgarians or split squats. So hit pause, give me 15 minutes on those, come back, hit play, we'll go over section 2. So once you're back, we're gonna work on some quadruped pull downs, okay? So we're gonna take our band, whatever it's anchored to, you're going to set up on all fours, and you're going to pull, squeeze in the armpit, okay? We're getting a nice, good pull, depress the shoulder away from the ear, okay? If those guys are pretty easy for you, you're gonna do everything the same. Set up in a push-up position, okay? Single arm pull, okay? Work on getting 8 to 10 good rows or pull downs, essentially, like you're doing a pull-up. We did rows earlier, so those are pull downs, okay? Once you get those, okay, we're gonna work on challenging the core on top of that, okay? So you can even split up if you don't wanna do something that's more core dominant back to back, okay? You can take a little break and hit some banded RDLs in between there, okay? Take your same band, hop it inside, get that around the hips, grab your kettlebell if you have one, okay? And work on driving through the hips. The band is gonna go forward, so you're using your glutes a little bit extra, okay? So we have our banded RDLs. If you don't have any kettlebell, do more reps with the hips, okay? So 10 to 12 RDLs, 15 to 20 if you just have a band head set up, okay? Once you get past that, we're gonna do some rocking planks, okay? You can get a little core here, okay? So we're gonna set up. Make sure you're not arching through the low back. Good setup, okay? And you're gonna push forward, rock back, push, rock, okay? Shouldn't see any dip in my low back. If those are challenging, okay, you can work on holding your good plank position. You can even just do a couple of those, even if it's 2 or 3 or 5, and then pause and hold the rest, okay? So be able to hold, lock that nice position down, okay? Get 8 good reps. If you can rock slow and controlled, back and forth, you want to be going backwards more than you want to go, or excuse me, you want to be back of your elbows more, so you're driving into your heels, okay? You don't want to go forward too much where your elbows are down by your waistline, okay? That's not going to challenge your core as much. We want to get stretched out, so you're going to push back towards your heels to stretch yourself out there, okay? So we got RDLs with a band and a kettlebell if you got that, okay? Pull downs, okay, on all fours, or another challenging core if you're up in a push-up position, okay? And then we're gonna hit some rocking planks on all fours. Again, if you don't need to rock, work on holding. You should be able to hit a 30 or 60 second plank before you worry about hitting those rocks, okay? So hit pause, give me 15 minutes of working through those, and we'll come back and go over the finisher. So now that we're moving into the finisher, okay, there's a nice little combo of some band work, okay? So there's a couple ways you can do some band work here. You can knock out some face pulls, okay? So like more like a bicep face pull. So what we want to do, okay, is get set up, okay? And you're pulling the band right at your face. So it's a little bit more like we do the TRX curls, okay, in the gym, okay? But you're gonna pull right to your face with the band, okay? Get a little bicep burn for 15 of those. Then you're gonna finish up with knocking out 10 burpees. So we're working from push-up position to up. You need to be able to get your feet underneath you so you can come up, okay? So if you need to elevate the surface, feel free to elevate the surface and work up, okay? You shouldn't need to feel like you can't get your foot out of the way to do this, okay? So try to make sure that whichever way you get into position, you can come up under control and go back under control, okay? So we're gonna get 4 rounds of pulling with the band, okay? And then work on knocking out 10 burpees, okay? So 15 to 20 face, pulling bicep curls there. So up tall, okay, pull to your face. Ears are a good marker too, keeping the elbows at shoulder height. Okay, knock that out. And if you have any questions, let me know.